The new revelation now is being a Nigerian politician can make you poor.
I am poorer, much poorer as a man when I became a politician than I was before I became a politician.
And these people would do anything to get there. Who knew? We did not know that it's a sacrifice that leaves them poorer. Now, if you're wondering how poor this man is, well, he was a senator for 5 years and until he was removed. Last year, he didn't resign, he was removed. He was making 14.4 million naira a month.
When I was in the Senate, my salary was 1.something million naira. Cumulatively, all the allowances put together was 14.4 million naira per month.
That is 172 million naira in a year, which means he made more than 800 million naira as a senator within 5 years. He says that his colleagues are now making 29 million naira a month. That is 348 million in a year. But according to him, it's only big on paper.
It is about 29 million now.
29 million?
Yes. 29 million looks big on paper.
Just on paper?
Just on paper.
Please don't think that you are poor, those of you that are watching me, just because you make the minimum wage 30,000, 70,000 or 150, or maybe you make less than 1 million a month. Do you think you are poor? Obviously, you don't have people looking up to you to meet their needs every month.
Somebody will come and tell you today his wife is sick. He is sick. His children cannot pay school fees. He's in the hospital. I have a case that on that one person alone I took the hospital, I spent 14 million naira. I am paying a lot of people's scholarship in my office. I am subsidizing people's life.
Point of correction, he was not elected to be paying children's school fees or treating another man's wife in the hospital or subsidizing people's lives. No, out of the 172 million that he made a year, he was supposed to spend 100 million of that on developing his constituency every year. He was there for 5 years, so that means he got 500 million naira that he was supposed to use to build schools for the children so that he won't have to be paying their school fees, to build clinics if he cannot build hospitals, so that people can be treated without going to him, to support businesses so that people can have jobs and be able to earn their own money. Your job is not to give people fish, but to enable them to fish. You were not elected to help people, but to serve the people. And more importantly, if local government chairmen and governors are doing what they're supposed to be doing, then the lawmakers won't be feeling the burden of the people as much as they do. So, because like he rightfully said, there are some governors that get up to 1 billion every month as security vote. Just security vote alone. Security vote, by the way, is the monthly allowance that is allocated to each of the 36 states for the sole purpose of funding security services. Do you think that our governors are using that money to ensure security in their states? No. Unfortunately, our leaders love keeping people in perpetual poverty so that they will now have to run to them even for food, and then they would appear like the savior, you know. That money that he kept saying, I was paying for this, I was paying for that, is not his money. And they actually think that that is what it means to serve. Don't forget that becoming a politician made him poor. So poor that he couldn't even finish his 23-bedroom mansion.
I was building a mansion before I became a senator. A 23-bedroom mansion with 9 parlors, with a swimming pool in the heart of Mubi. When I became a senator, I stopped it. I took over carrying people's burden.
Wow. I need to drink something. It's a very strong something. If you're wondering why he needs 23 bedrooms, by the way, because he says he's a Christian, so I don't think that he has multiple wives. But you guessed right, he was that senator that assaulted a nursing mother at a sex toy shop. While shouting, do you know who I am? Do you know who? And he was beating this woman. And if you're wondering why that information is important, because the story says he went into that sex toy store with 3 young ladies. Was he going to sleep with them? I did not say that. But you don't just take the opposite sex with you to a sex toy shop just Never mind. Another expense that he forgot to mention when he said that the 14.4 million was not enough in a month was the 50 million naira fine the court said that he had to pay after assaulting that woman at the sex toy shop. And none of that even matters anyways, because like we all know, he did what? He won the common entrance exam.
I sat for common entrance examination when I was in primary 3, and I won because I was exceptionally brilliant.
Wow. And someone like him was making 15 million naira a month. He definitely needs the 23 bedrooms. But at least he claimed that he was helping people. Because as we know, some people use their own monthly payments to buy Rolls Royce, all kinds of fancy cars and bikes.
As a senator, I live in a room and parlor. I never built a house.
At this point, we may need to do fundraising for Mr. Senator.
I am poorer, much poorer as a man when I became a politician than I was before I became a politician.
Why didn't you resign and go back to your business?
Because I enjoy serving the people.
My friend, will you shut up? Not you, Mr. Senator. I'm talking to Kalewo. You like too much trouble. Now, this is for those of you that may have the intention of serving your country. Please keep in mind, you may end up being poor. So poor that you may not be able to finish your mansion.